Hi, my name's Gareth, and I'm going to be one of the speakers at the Missions Academy that's coming up very, very shortly. Just before we meet up, I would like to just talk through the sort of things we're going to be doing. I'm going to be covering off field security. And as part of that, we're going to be meeting up on Zoom and we're going to be having lots of conversations through that, especially at the beginning and the end. But the majority of the conversations is going to be happening on interactive YouTube. And as a result of that, we just need to do a little bit of prep work before going. It'll literally only take a couple of minutes. So what are we actually going to be covering? So the topics we're going to have are as follows. So we're going to be going through each one of these areas in blues and purples in particular as part of the Missions Academy sessions. We're going to be going to different levels of details in each one of those, but don't worry, there's going to be all supported by videos available online, so you can access them at any point while you're a missionary or preparing to become a missionary or doing anything else involves going into slightly more risky areas. Interactive YouTube. Why are we doing interactive YouTube? Do you know, going through this course material as part of this course is really, really helpful to sort of frame and try and work out what you need to be doing as you prepare to go overseas. But when do you really need this information? You need this information in the months leading up to you heading overseas as part of that planning scenario. Alternatively, when you're actually already there, to refer back just to what's going on. And what you really need is not to have to scribble through a pile of really complicated notes or kind of like scribbling things through during the sessions that we're going to be having. What would be really useful to actually just see the sessions themselves and actually go back to them and then see what was that question I asked, or what was all that, what happened. Do you know what? You'll be able to do that, all that through this. The way interactive YouTube is going to work is that I'm going to send you a link on the day to where the material is going to be at. We're going to be working our way through, and effectively you're going to be adding comments as we're going along, and I'm going to be replying live as that happens. If you have any questions afterwards about it, you just chuck them in on the same place, and then I'll reply back to you as soon as I possibly can, so that you can have that support all the way through. Naturally, if you've got more sort of sensitive questions or kind of specific questions, I'll give you my personal details as well, so that you can actually get that sort of one-to-one details, as well as the benefit of here is sharing with the rest of the community. As the sessions go along, I'll be adding more and more videos to the playlist that will be sent to your specific link that you'll have, so that we'll be working our way through those videos as we're going along. So it'll be really easy and straightforward to follow. But the real benefit of this is that you'll be able to get access to all the information. So even the elements of the course that we won't be covering today, you'll have the link, you'll be able to drill down to those, you'll be able to see the top tips on how to keep yourself safe as you prepare for your missionary service. So the only prep that you need to do before we have our sessions is literally just to sign it into YouTube. So if you click into the sign in button up here and log in using your normal Google details or YouTube details, then that's absolutely perfect. If you don't use your normal ones, just create a new account, absolutely bonza, and just follow the details as you go in. As we go along, down here, we will be adding our comments as we go along. That's all the prep that you need to be doing. Just if you're not familiar with YouTube, just a couple of things to check out. This is the mute and unmute button. So if you've got this, slide this up here to get plenty of volume going on. You'll probably want to make sure that you've got a decent amount of quality. So if you've got the bandwidth, just stick it up to the HD version rather than the auto that comes in, so just make it a little bit more crisper. So that's it. I cannot wait to meet you. I cannot wait to start sharing experiences and start chatting things through with you and supporting you as you enter your missionary service. I'll see you very, very shortly.